Hello, I'm Cliff Nordquist, president and founder of Just Bagels, my little baby here in the Bronx. Some people get offended when I say the Bronx, but that's the way I call it, and I even trademarked it, so I like to call it the Bronx. We started in 1992 as a small, local little bagel shop on St. Teresa Avenue in the Bronx, and we had this little window where we were selling bagels out of. I really started this just to start selling to the local area. I wanted to be in the wholesale bagel business, and it went really well. And then we opened up that little window, and that little window changed everything. It made me realize how much people really loved the bagel. They would line up 24 hours a day to purchase the bagels there. And that's what gave me the idea that I should probably sell these bagels nationwide. So, kind of a long story short, we started in the Bronx, and then we went, in the boroughs, the 5 boroughs, started selling some bagels in the 5 boroughs. And that was going really well. And then I decided, you know what, let's go frozen, because you can't sell a fresh New York bagel 3,000 miles away. You got to get it there, and if you use second day air, it's very expensive. But if you want some big accounts, you have to be frozen, and you have to have frozen distributors all over the country. So very simply, we make the bagel the same way. Even today, 33 years later, we still make it the same way. We make it, we bake it, we freeze it, and we ship it on trucks all around the country. We're basically in all 50 states. We're in about 12 to 13 different countries selling our bagels. What differentiates us from most of the competition is 5 steps that we do. And it starts with, number 1, the New York water from the Catskill Mountains, which is the best water in the world for pizza, pasta, bread. I specifically love the Bronx water. I think it's really delicious. And the ingredients that we use, like malt, molasses, nothing artificial, no colors, flavors, preservatives, peanut-free, tree-nut-free, kosher, and non-GMO. The 3rd step is the biggest one. It's the aging process, where we age that dough like a little bagel store does in a walk-in box at 38 degrees for about 10 to 12 hours. That really creates the crust, chew, and shine before the 4th step is boiling it, because a real bagel is boiled, otherwise it's just bread with a hole in it. Then we bake it at 500 degrees on a Hearth steel-plated oven. And then we freeze it for the wholesale customers. But for the fresh customers and the online customers, because we sell a lot of bagels online all around the country at justbagels.com. You can also find us on QVC, Amazon, and Walmart.com. But basically, you go online, you place the order, we ship you 2, 4, or 8 6-packs. Second day air. In many cases, you get it the next day. You have to freeze the bagel immediately because there's nothing artificial in there. Just follow the quick baking instructions, thaw it out, bake it off at 450 in a convection oven, or just microwave it and toast it. You're going to have the best bagel you've ever had, made in the Bronx, New York. We have a lot of crazy flavors in here. I mean, the basics, of course, that everybody has are plain poppy, sesame, onion, garlic, cinnamon raisin, blueberry. We make some really interesting flavors like energy multigrain, cranberry apple. We make an amazing Asiago bagel. We make an amazing focaccia parmesan bagel. Those are flavors that you can find on QVC on various different specials. We have a hash brown potato bagel. Not every day, you can find these things in different seasons. Some of them are seasonal like that. We'll do a chocolate caramel bagel, a strawberry chocolate bagel. We did a bananas Foster on QVC, which was amazing. But you know what the bottom line is? I'm a traditionalist, and the staples are my favorite bagel is the everything bagel. I think we make the best everything bagel in the world. We really stand out, which differentiates us is our everything bagel is perfect because we don't just put anything on it. It's a well-balanced topping of poppy, sesame, onion, garlic, not overwhelmingly any one of those flavors. And our blueberry bagel is crazy. It's got to be the best blueberry bagel on the planet, as well as the everything bagel. How would you like a tour of Just Bagels? Let's go. Let's do it. I'm going to show you how this is just like a little bagel store, but on a slightly bigger level. That's it. This is where our flour comes in. They're called silos. They hold about 50 to 60,000 pounds each of flour because we can't just buy bagged flour. So we bring in the flour, and then now we have to mix the dough, so we go right to the mixers. That's the first step. That's the ingredients, all natural, nothing artificial. The malt, the molasses, scratch bakers. So we mix it from scratch, again, just like a little bagel store does. Here's the malt going in there, a little bit of sugar, and our proprietary base. Now, once that mixes, we have to form the dough, create the bagel rings, and that goes through the bagel machine, and it's right here. So that's how, obviously, where we form the bagel. Now we have to activate the yeast by proofing the bagel in a proofing box that's about 125 degrees. So this is the proof box. A bagel store may have one of these. Obviously we have a bunch because we're making a lot of bagels here every day. So we're going to activate that yeast and raise the dough. So this is the bagel machine that actually forms the dough. It cuts a square, and then that square forms a ring through the divider, and then it goes through the former, which actually forms the ring of the bagel, the round ring of the bagel. After the proofing, the next step is now to stop the growth. And how we do that is we put it in a walk-in box, which is called aging, and the bakery term is called retarding. So we're going to age that dough for about 10 to 12 hours. That's the biggest step. Biggest step of them all, the most expensive step there is. This is where we age that dough. It gives you that crust, that chew, that shine, and all of the flavor. It's almost like the ripening of a banana. The longer it stays in here, the better it tastes. This is the fourth step, which is the boiling process. Like I said, a real bagel is boiled. So a traditional bagel store might have a little kettle. Our kettle is 1,100 gallons at 200 degrees boiling water, where the bagels actually submerge into the water. And that's where the shine and crust comes from. Well, this is the almost final stage. This is the baking process, where it goes through the oven for about 10 minutes at 500 degrees on a hard steel plated oven. And as you can see, beautiful bagels, very well seeded, very, very delicious. You add the malt, the molasses, the aging, the proofing, and you got yourself a real old-fashioned New York bagel. Watch this, what happens when we do this. Oh, that's hot. It should be steamed. Look at that thing. See the pull? See the way the inside, it just pulls apart? Oh, that thing is hot, hot. So once the bagels come out of the oven, they have to be cooled. You cannot pack a hot bagel. You have to send it through a circular cooling panel. And this thing goes all the way into the other room, and it just cools. It takes about 45 minutes. It goes around and around. It's like a cooling tower. Now, if you notice, it's a little bit cooler in this room. This is the cooling conveyors. Takes about 45 minutes to get around the bakery, and the bagel is already, look how soft and nice that is. Look at that chew. Look at that crust. You do this to a regular bagel, it'll just break in half, but ours is moist on the inside and absolutely very, very tasty. So we cool it down before we six-pack it, and it's going to go to the six-pack machine next. After we six-pack the bagel, actually today we're doing a special four-pack for a very special customer. After they get packed, they go in a box, and then that box goes in a freezer that's 25 degrees below zero, and the bagels are completely frozen about a day later, and then we can ship them all around the country. If you're ordering them online from us, we ship you the fresh bagel, 1 to 2 day air. You take it, and when you get it home, you got to freeze it immediately. This is how the pallet of bagels looks before it goes into the freezer. And we'll fill a full truck of this somewhere between 25 and 30 of these traveling across the country. The most popular bagels we make now is an Asiago bagel. It has become like #2, and it's a really wild and labor-intensive process, but we do it really well. Check it out. This bagel is not kosher and it's not boiled. It's segregated in a different part of the bakery, but look at this process. That's what the final product looks like. That's my absolute favorite, the Just Bagel Everything Bagel. I think it's one of the best in the world, if not the best. I hope you really liked the tour. It was a lot of fun showing it. I never get tired of it. So if you really want to find out where to get our bagels, best place to get them is justbagels.com. But if you're in the neighborhood, our office is open Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., $6 a six-pack. Just come, ring the bell, pick them up, take them home. If you're in Pelham Bay and Westchester Avenue, you got the Two Georges Diners. You have the Golden Eagle Diners in Morris Park. We're in Morton Williams Supermarkets. We're in 300 delis, convenience stores all around the Bronx.